Welcome back. This is video number 4, and we are doing a beautiful C table out of white oak. The C table is a special design where you can pull this up over the arm of a chair or a couch so you can sit back, watch some TV, and your plate isn't way down by your feet on the coffee table. So I start by cutting all the pieces of stock, choosing the pieces. I got some really nice white oak, which white oak is so hot right now. It's so in. Everybody likes it. And there's good reason for it. It's beautiful. So as I cut these pieces to the exact same width, you'll notice that not every single piece is white oak. That's because I threw a little flair in there, right here. This is walnut. And walnut, I think walnut and white oak are the two most popular woods at the moment. So this just combines them both. Here we go, some fast motion. I am setting up for the joinery. That's where all the joints are. That's how it's all going to come together. And this is the main integrity of the build. This tool I'm using is called a domino, and it just does these perfect oval shaped holes, and these little domino looking pieces go into the hole, and the glue just really forms a strong bond with those. So you may have noticed, now that we're almost 2 minutes into the video, that this is the first furniture item that I've shipped. And I have to say, it was a little intimidating at first to take on something like this, but I knew it was something I wanted to do, and so I had an awesome client that decided to take a risk on me, and you'll find out at the end how that works out. So here we go, throwing some glue on here. And when you glue two boards like this, it's just super strong. You don't need any biscuits or dominoes or splines. Those big long edges together, that glue is just going to bond so tight. It's kind of amazing just how drab and boring this little tabletop looks at the moment. But once we sand it and put some finish on it, it's going to just pop and shine. I mean, I guess you can see the grain here and whatnot, but it's just such an amazing transformation. So now I wanted to have a nice round edge, so all the corners are rounded over for the entire build. But once I have it all assembled, you can't fit the tools in there. So I had to strategically kind of route some of the edges, glue it up, route some more. That was probably the most complicated part of this build. And, I could have just used some hand tools and rounded it over, but I like the perfection of having it every single edge hit by that router bit. Another technique I used was I glued these legs up, but I didn't glue these little cross members just to keep everything the way that I wanted to. Because if I just glued those legs up together, things might not be perfectly straight. So here I'm routing a little bit more. You can see just every edge wants to have that nice perfect round over. And now we glue up the rest of the base. Again, you can see those little tabs sticking out. Those are the dominoes. Technically we call them tenons. And I got my little walnut piece on the top back there. And we finish off the round over. So that's routing all the edges, except for the very bottom and underneath the tabletop. We want those to be nice and flat. I pass the top through this planer, and that just gets it dead flat, perfectly even, ready for sanding and some finishing. Really comes out nice. And this is how we attach the top to the base. So I put the dominoes in, but I also do some screws. And that's just like a belt and suspenders way I like to put tops on these specific types of tables. So here it comes together, where you glue and screw, and that top is not coming off. We'll clamp it overnight. Here we go, on to the finishing. Usually this is where the build ends, but for this one, we're gonna pack it, we're gonna crate it, and we're gonna ship it. Actually, the shipping is all done on the computer and scheduling a pickup, so not that exciting. This is the first time I had to build a crate, and I've talked to other furniture makers who've shipped, and the crating materials have gone up like a bazillion %. So I don't know the difference, but I was trying to be as conservative as I could with the materials. So here it is, ready to go, and there it is at the destination all the way in Wisconsin. And look, it made it safe.